Good morning, and I'm coming to you live as part of a new initiative called as TNM News in. Every morning and evening, we'll come live bringing you the latest from the south of India. Let's start off today's bulletin with news coming in from Tamil Nadu. A Tamil journalist has been past discrimination. In fact, he works for a Tamil news channel, and this incident happened Pundi. On Tuesday, he had actually gone there after he heard that the Dalit Panchayat leader was not allowed to unfurl the national flag on Independence Day. And when he went to cover that story, his phone was snatched, he was beaten up, he was locked up. In fact, he had suffered injuries on his eyes and chest. Now, a case has been registered after Ariel filed a complaint at the local police station. Section 147, 342, 323 IPC have been slapped, and 2 people have been arrested in this particular case. That's the news from Tamil Nadu. From Andhra Pradesh, an aerial survey was carried out last evening by Jagan Mohan Reddy, the Chief Minister, after which he also spoke to the district collectors of East Godavari and West Godavari, the areas where the maximum impact of Godavari overflowing has been reported. In fact, rupees 2,000 per head to each of the families affected by Godavari floods has been announced by the Chief Minister. He has also said the losses have to be estimated in around 10 days once the water level starts receding. And also, let's not forget, we are not only fighting the flood like but also a pandemic, and hence he has said that at every relief camp COVID testing needs to be done. This after a lot of people had to be moved to relief camps due to the flood like situation. Next update coming from Telangana, the neighboring Telugu state. An inspector working with the special branch has been suspended. His name is Chandar Kumar. In fact, the commissioner of police Anjani to Twitter to announce this. He said, I quote, any misconduct by an officer in uniform cannot be tolerated at all. Help us identify such black sheeps in the department. Say that he went on to name him and said K. Chandar Kumar has been suspended. A complaint in this regard had been filed at the Vanasthalipuram police station alleging harassment, and this was filed by a woman in her 40s. Next update coming in from Telangana is about how a senior Congress Guduru Narayan offered the government, and he himself had tested positive, and later he started crusading to connect plasma donors with the donees, and now he says let the government give me permission and a space to set up the plasma. I will be setting up a plasma bank. Next update from Karnataka, Ganesh festival celebration, although with restrictions. The new guideline says that 4 feet and below height idols will be allowed in open spaces as well, but with limited participation of around 20 people. The earlier order had restricted it only to homes and temples, but the new guideline says in open public spaces it will be allowed, albeit with limited participation. The next update is Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has alleged the RSS faction in the BJP is trying to topple the BJP government over violence that we saw last week. In fact, he took to Twitter to say that BJP is divided today into 2 factions, and one faction is trying to topple the other one. Next update, and the last update coming in from Kerala, issued an order saying that antibody testing that is being done for the Kerala police for COVID-19 has to be stopped immediately. Around 400 rupees per test was being incurred, and this was being sponsored by the Police Housing Society. It was being conducted by the HLL Life Care Limited, and the reason why this order has been issued is because a lot of complaints were coming in about disparities in the results. Policemen who were tested positive in the antibodies test were later testing negative. They're saying the results. So let's put an end to it. Altogether, around 35,000 people in the police department have been tested using this particular testing. So that brings us to an end of the